Hello. So today I'm going to be talking about the aquatic ape theory, and as you can tell, I'm like super stoked about it. So to start off with, and to start with how things really started for us and the aquatic apes. Sorry about the glare on my glasses, which I know everybody really cares. So how it all really started is there's two ideas. So one, like how evolution. So in evolution, right? We came because everybody really needs a refresher course on evolution, I'm sure. When we came out of the water or whatever, what if by chance we stayed in the water? Okay. And another idea is, us.
Okay, so the next theory that is early humans, Homo sapiens, were hunting near the shore, near the ocean, and they decided to continue into the ocean and live there.
Here is just like some facts, some proof of this, and then obviously here's like all the fossils found, and it's just astounding. And
So firstly, to cite my sources, I want to give credit to snops.com for the photo and then the information I'm about to present. But this photo is one of the most interesting fossils I probably came across. So this was actually found by Professor Dimitrov, and it was found, also rumored or said to be aged at 8 million ago. Okay, so for my next fossil, I have to thank my source of Wikipedia. But the next fossil was discovered in the Fiji Islands in the South Pacific. And the original was actually in the Barnum's American Museum in New York in 1842, but it got destroyed, I think, in a fire. So my next picture is from the BBC, and my sources from also the BBC. So this fossil is from the Buxton Museum, and so what it is so the BBC kind of talks about the University of Lincoln testing this fossil. So what they discovered is the mermaid's tail is fish DNA, and the hair is human hair. This source is psu.edu, and the next two fossils was found ashore in the Malaysian islands. And lastly, this picture is from Reddit, and it's one of the earliest pictures found, and it was taken in Yemen.
So obviously, a lot of cultures have, their own depiction of what a mermaid is, or their own like sightings all throughout their history. And the thing is, like, without even communication between these cultures or these,
Locations.
Throughout history, there's continuous sightings of mermaids. And how can that be? How could it be if there's no such thing as aquatic apes? Just throwing it out there. But some things that is just really interesting about us humans and us coming out of the water, and that could correlate to this theory, is just so many adaptations about us that separates us from other mammals. For example, our fingers, our webbed fingers. Some people have it more than other people have it. And then when you put your hand in water and it becomes like a little raisin, it actually helps you grab stuff better underwater when you're doing your underwater work. And another thing that's really interesting too is humans can hold their breath for standing or outstanding amount of time compared to other terrestrial mammals. I think the longest time is
24 minutes, held by Alex Vendrell.
Quoted. Another thing kind of interesting is our hairlessness. So a lot of swimmers grow out their hair at the beginning of swimming season to just kind of slow them down, get like all hairy and stuff. And then at the end they shave it all off, because being hairless actually helps you swim a lot better. And something I find like so interesting about the ocean is only 10% of it is explored. So we really don't even know what's down there. So something else that is kind of strange that I came across is, so obviously we have the ability to like stand up straight and that sort of stuff. So it's this thing called wading wading, W-A-D-I-N-G. And it's the idea that water has, since coming out of the water, helped us, get into that position easier and evolve into that easier. Some other adaptations on our body that could have came from the water is sweating and crying. So sweating and crying releases salt, and while we're in the water doing that sort of action, it could release the sea salt from the ocean and just refresh us and make us new and just be a good cleaning tool for us. And also, something else is our ability to store fat underneath the skin, and we see that in other mammals as well, so that could have came from the water as well. So the last thing that I think is really interesting, so newborn babies are actually excellent swimmers. You just throw them in the water and they can naturally swim, and they're just really adept. Like, I personally can't swim, but I'm sure that if I was given the ability as a fetus, well, no, not fetus, excuse me, as a newborn baby, maybe I could have swam better than now. Yeah, thank you for watching.
What do I do now without you? I don't know where to go. What's the right team? I want my own thing. So bad I'm gonna scream. I can't choose. So confused. What's it all mean? I want my own thing. So bad I'm gonna scream. I'm kicking down the walls. I gotta make them fall. Just break through one more.